today's headlines. Vietnam seeks 45-day delay in U.S. tariff imposition. And later on, Vietnam-Uzbekistan strengthen bilateral ties in various fields. Good evening, you're watching today's headlines where we bring you the top stories of the day. On the 50th anniversary of National Reunification Day, Party General Secretary To Lam met with public security officers who had served on the southern battlefields. Adopting the spirit of all for the front line and for the country, the party committee and the Ministry of Public Security leadership dispatched nearly 13,000 officers and soldiers to the front. The party chief spoke highly of their sacrifices as the proud legacy of the People's Public Security Force. He believes that all the public security forces, officers, and soldiers should strive to succeed in accomplishing the political missions entrusted to them. Now turning to our economic updates, Prime Minister Phie on Monday night chaired the third meeting to address new developments after the U.S. announced reciprocal tariffs on goods from several countries, including Vietnam. The government leader proposed that the U.S. postpone the imposition of its new tariff policy for at least 45 days to allow time for negotiation and transition. He outlined 9 key tasks, emphasizing the need to negotiate for a balanced, sustainable trade that benefits both sides and consumers, while safeguarding Vietnam's FTAs and international commitments. The Prime Minister called for boosting imports of U.S. goods, accelerating the delivery of Boeing aircraft, and thoroughly addressing U.S. concerns. On Tuesday, while attending the announcement of the 2024 FTA Index, Prime Minister Phie stressed that Vietnam views international economic integration as a key gateway to connecting the country with the world. He stressed that the FTA Index is a new data-driven, systematic tool that will also serve as a foundation for policy formulation and local development strategies, contributing to sustainable export growth. The government will continue to promote measures to maximize the benefits of existing FTAs and pursue new ones with potential partners. Now moving on to other news, National Assembly Chairman Trần Thanh Mẫn had meetings with Uzbek leaders and senior legislators in Tashkent today during his official visit to the Central Asian country and attendance at the 150th Assembly of the Inter-Parliamentary Union. He also attended a bilateral business event. More on these events in the following.
While meeting with the President of Uzbekistan, the National Assembly chairman expressed hope to strengthen bilateral relations further to live up to the two countries' potential. The Uzbek president affirmed that Vietnam is a traditional friend and an important partner of Uzbekistan in Southeast Asia. The two leaders agreed that in the coming term, it is necessary to increase extensive multi-level political dialogue and maintain close coordination and mutual support at the multilateral forums.
On the same day, the Vietnamese National Assembly chairman held talks with Nuruddin Ismailov, Speaker of the lower house of Uzbekistan. The two leaders welcomed a plan to open representative agencies in each other's countries. They also expressed their desire to strengthen parliamentary ties between the two nations. The Vietnamese leader called on Uzbekistan to continue creating favorable conditions for the Vietnamese community living, studying, and working in the Central Asian nation.
The National Assembly chairman attended the Vietnam-Uzbekistan business dialogue earlier the same day. During this, he proposed a stronger partnership in agriculture and agricultural product processing, aided by Eurasian Economic Union Vietnam Free Trade Agreement. Enterprises also expressed their wish for support from the two governments and parliaments to promote international cooperative business relations. The top legislator witnessed the signing of multiple cooperation agreements between each country's ministries and agencies.
Coming up next, Vietnam provides 3,000 field tents to support people in Myanmar. And Gun Salute Squad rehearses in countdown to Reunification Day ceremony. We return with updates on the situation in Myanmar after the earthquake. Vietnamese rescue forces handed over 10 tons of equipment to Myanmar's forces and people in the capital city of Nay Pyi Taw on Monday. The aid package includes military medical supplies, logistics equipment, healthcare equipment, tents, technical equipment, and generators. Additionally, Vietnam's Ministry of National Defense urgently delivered 3,000 large field tents, valued at over $80,000 to Myanmar. These supplies are essential as many people have lost their homes in the earthquake. Cao Bang Province on Tuesday held a ceremony to receive over $5 million in support from the Ministry of Public Security and launch a 180-day peak period to rid the province of temporary and dilapidated houses. Currently, 1,959 houses have been built, over 1,700 are under construction, and construction of the remaining 3,412 houses will start before May 19th. All will be completed before September 30th, 2025. The housing program also presented 20 gifts to families eligible for support. Soldiers from the Artillery Corps' 96th Brigade conducted practice firing in Ho Chi Minh City on Monday. The rehearsal, which was part of the preparation for the 50th anniversary of Southern Liberation and National Reunification on April 30th, drew many locals and tourists alike.
The opening fusillade erupted to the people's cheers and astonishment. Many onlookers were impressed by the soldiers' dedication and discipline.
I was sweating profusely just standing here and taking pictures. I was impressed that the soldiers took the rehearsals so seriously and their patriotism made me emotional.
I was thrilled to watch a moment of history being reenacted this way. I look forward to the grand ceremony. We were thinking of camping outside the night before to secure the best viewing spots.
Having traveled many miles from Quang Binh Province to Ho Chi Minh City, this man was overcome with joy when his two sons joined the Gun Salute Squad.
I had watched a few cannon rehearsals before, but this one was nothing like our typical drill. It was solemn and full of pride. I was overwhelmed with pride as my two sons contributed to the success of the rehearsal in the nation's important ceremony.
The artillery side was divided among 5 platoons, each team consisting of 3 guns and crewed by 3 people. The gun salute is part of a larger program that includes aerial displays and a grand parade.
And also in the series of activities celebrating the anniversary of national reunification, the Ho Chi Minh Campaign Museum opened an exhibition entitled Ho Chi Minh City 50 Years of Glory, Heroic Epic on Tuesday. Nearly 500 images, documents, and artifacts themed as the Liberation Road, the historic Ho Chi Minh Campaign, and pride in the city named after late President Ho Chi Minh are on display. Also in the morning, the museum received many war relics donated by veterans, families, and private collectors. The exhibition will run until May 20th. And in other news, over the past 2 years, many rare and endangered wildlife species listed in both the Vietnamese and global red books have been spotted in Phu Hu Nature Reserve, Thanh Hóa Province. The discoveries come from camera traps installed by the reserve's management board throughout natural forest areas, providing the first concrete photographic evidence of these species. The footage reveals groups of animals, including jungle cats, Asiatic black bears, muntjacs, and wild boars. Spanning 27,000 hectares of forest, Phu Hu Natural Reserve is home to more than 900 rare wildlife species. And as usual, let's move on to the weather forecast. And that's all for today's headlines. To rewatch our program, you can download our mobile app VTVgo or check out our YouTube channel VTV4Go. Thank you for watching and see you next time.